This is my 2000 watt GTI inverter. These days I'm facing a strange problem. The problem is this: as soon as I connect the lead with the inverter, it seems like there's a short circuit and it just blows away the fuse over circuit breaker up over here. You can see over here, there's a circuit breaker. Along with this, there's a surge arrestor, and then power meter, and then the timer cell is and DC circuit breakers are attached over here. And down below over here you can see the lead over here which gets connected to this inverter. Few days back this inverter stopped working. I came upstairs and I realized that this inverter is not working. Right now I'm going to show this to you as what happens when I connect this inverter to the power supply. Now over here, as soon as I'm going to turn on the power over here, and you would see it just blows away. The circuit breaker comes down. I'm going to turn it on again. And right now, just recently, I just gone outside. Initially I thought that maybe the circuit breakers over here might be faulty. So I've recently replaced the circuit breakers over here. And over here, if I remove this lead and I connect these two wires along with it, and once I run my iron on it, it runs perfectly fine, and all the meter, everything works perfectly well, which basically kind of shows okay, the issue is not with the power supply. Okay. Right now you can see over here that on the output lead of the solar inverter I have connected two wires, on the positive, on the neutral, and on the line, on the live wire. And over here I'm going to turn on the circuit breakers. You can see over here now this power, this device is this power supply power on the output lead of the inverter, and there's this iron, and I'm going to turn on this iron using this inverter, and I hope I'm able to do so holding one camera in one hand. And okay, and that turns on the iron. I'm sorry, I can't show you because this thing is getting complex. I may have a I may receive a spark. And now I'm going to test the power supply, and I'm going to show you that all the parameters are within these packs. And for that I'm going to set the meter on I'm going to change the function AC, and I'm going to increase the range, and let's see how things will come out over here. And you can see over here we're receiving 244 volt AC, which is well within the specs, as it should be 220, but at right now it's 244, and it's perfectly normal. This is how things go away. And over here you can see over here that I've got another inverter, and which is running perfectly fine, and you can see the power specs over here on this phase. Once I make a visible inspection, I've removed the inverter and the screws holding it, and after opening it I'm looking for any visible damage, and right now I don't see any visible damage over here to the inverter, and I don't know why is this inverter behaving in this way. There seems like a short circuit somewhere inside it. Doesn't seem like anything burned, nothing which seems visible. So after inspecting it, everything seems clear. And again, I would like to highlight, once I've connected this inverter again, and I realized the power would jump to 9 amperes and then would trip. which basically indicates a short, and short that is somewhere inside it, and I don't know, seems like a burnt part. Or let me know how I can diagnose the issue, or any other component which the viewers or experts would like to see. um, Over here I would like to show you my main distribution box. Basically I want to show you this because uh, I've installed few components on the main distribution box which basically protects the entire house from any surges. You can see over here this three-phase surge voltage, under voltage and over voltage protector attached over here. There is this bidirectional energy meter which I've installed for my own personal usage, to see basically the entire aim of installing this bidirectional energy meter was so that I could connect it to RS 4852 Ethernet connector, and I could basically see the how much energy I'm sending back to national grid uh, via some online mechanism, which basically yet have to see what I can do about it. And over here below you can see there's a three-phase surge resistor. So the inverter, basically entire aim of showing this thing is the inverter cannot be basically damaged, or would have been damaged because of the power, our utility power supply, because this entire house is protected. And over here this is another circuit breaker, the main circuit breaker, which basically connects again. If anything would have gone wrong, this circuit breaker would have tripped like this, because this circuit breaker basically is attached to this, to that particular inverter above over there. Why it goes from here, I'm again turned it on. Thank you so much. So looking forward to your advice.